This has been trending a lot. I think this week, really, it's been a hot topic. So, and I've seen this girl because she's one of the girls who's gone very viral from the whatever podcast. I think her name is Nala, and she's the one who just
It goes like this.
She seems like a
Yeah.
cartoon. She's constantly like crossing her eyes, sticking her tongue out, like, and you're always like, is there a person in there, or is she just like a series of sound effects, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, she went very viral as a result on the show for it. And she's all about like, I mean, I haven't looked at her OnlyFans, but all about like I'm a daddy. I love to cheat. Like saying all the things that like a certain type
Well,
of
that
man
was
would,
obvious.
like,
A lot of
love
that was
to
Yeah.
fake.
hear.
That was to get her OnlyFans notice. I feel like a lot of the girls that go on that show don't care that they're being insulted or trolled. They just do whatever they can to get their OnlyFans out there. Because I bet you anything,
Marketing.
I
Yeah.
have those same cat ears.
Very popular.
This
Oh my
is her,
goodness.
yeah, Nala. And this was just her face was stuck like this. That's a
You got a
cautionary
face for
tale.
OnlyFans.
And I guess this is someone made a meme. Body count 30. Used up hole with Bible. Now she just has a dress. Oh, it's more than that. I'm
And if you're like
sure.
me, you can be both.
You know what?
Inspiring.
Men love
So
that
is-
face, okay? Men, she was in
Men
the
do.
0.1. Men love that face. Any man in here that's like, oh, no, they like it. They're jacking off to it right now. I
Yeah.
guarantee you someone in this chat has their dick out. I know you do. I mean, if you have your dick out, you better
I think
super
I know
chat.
who it
too.
is. Yeah.
Super chat if you have your dick out. And let us
Yeah,
know.
that's right. $20,
Sam.
please. So I was annoyed with this guy, Ryan, talking about this because he says he's not a Christian, but he is passing judgment on her for what he says. She's just converting over to getting all of her sins absolved or whatever. How dare
Isn't that the
she?
point of Christianity?
Yeah, literally. The point of
Yeah.
Christianity is forgiveness and not having to like Jesus went out of his way to speak literally directly to prostitutes, the oldest profession in the world, and he went and ate with them and he went out of his way to talk to them.
Mhm.
And it turns out that God will forgive every kind of sin, even sexual sins, and people like Ryan can't handle it because they think it's not fair. I guess that she gets forgiven, but it turns out that
Yeah.
everyone actually can be forgiven all their sins if
Ugh.
they talk to God about it. And that's between those two.
Yeah.
I don't care, whatever.
Yes.
You don't think it's a PR stunt on her end, do you?
I don't care. Honestly, I
see.
really don't, because if it is,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
so her
I
OnlyFans
don't
is
know.
still up, we noticed, and I don't like
okay,
that. I was
okay.
like, I'm cynical. It's possible. Carrie's very smart. We can read what she has to say. This
So
OnlyFans
Carrie made a
porn
good tweet
star.
about this OnlyFans porn star who apparently used to defend infidelity and all sort of things just got saved, but the power of Christ compelled her. Deleted her OnlyFans account. She has been proclaiming her salvation. Praise God. I guess I'm not plugged into Christian Twitter, whatever that is, because I missed some people throwing stones at her, calling her an irredeemable whore and more. Only now learning about it. I think it's thankfully a minority, but I don't understand the people who do that. Jesus can redeem and transform anybody.
Yeah.
To crap all over his redemption, transformation, and work in a person is not Christ-like. I don't know who you people are who do this, and I don't want to know you either. It makes me all the more grateful for the wise and sincere Christians I met when I first found God, who weren't afraid to speak the truth to me, but to also do it with love.
Right.
Thinking about this girl's obvious new joy all weekend and praying for her as she faces the spiritual attacks that are bound to come with new faith. Satan wasn't paying attention to her before, but he sure will be now. And so let's listen to her little blurb. It's 5 minutes long. We might not get to the whole thing, but yes.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, so really quick, I have a couple things to address, and I just need you to listen to me. So I've had quite a few people reach out to me, comment, just truly curious about what and why I changed. So listen, I was a pastor's kid for almost all my life. I grew up in church. I was always in church. I was also homeschooled. So my life truly felt like a cage. And I'm not saying Christianity is a cage. I'm saying religion was the cage. I was a Baptist, I was a Baptist pastor's child for the longest time, right? Me and my family did not have a good relationship.
I
I'm
love
the middle
this
of
clip
5
of, like,
children. So I'm talking about my other
finally,
brothers and sisters.
she's a real person. You can see a real person in there.
Yeah.
Every clip
Yeah.
I've seen of her from whatever has been like just a series of sound effects and like doing the things that girls like do when you're like, "Ugh, I exist to just turn on men." Like, sure, that could be something you can do, but like she came across like that was her only purpose in life.
She was,
Very
from what I
one-dimensional.
remember, she's really smart and realized this is what will make me money for now.
Yep.
Then, and I will get on this big podcast, and now she can turn it around.
I'm
and
not
go
saying
like
that to
this way.
brag.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Well, she
that
probably
the
like built up a good
devil
savings
can
account and
truly
whatnot,
give
and
you
now
things
she's like,
in this
well,
life. He
Right.
has a budget,
And she's
though.
on
He can
TikTok.
only go
So, and what
far.
do those
So
people do
a
on
couple
TikTok?
million,
This.
okay,
Right.
great. The devil can do
Yeah.
that sometimes, right? But I truly have gifts and talents. I just did not use them in the right way. And I'm reaching out to anyone who's like questioning what they should do in their life. And I turned porn. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. So this is just me sharing my personal experience with you. So I reached out and did corn for 4 years. And
Pandemic
I showed
got her.
myself all over the internet. I said crazy things on podcasts. If you don't know the I Love Cheating podcast. And so I met this person who's now my partner.
Oh.
And he truly showed me God's love. He was sending me Bible
Pause it.
verses.
And isn't that
So-
the definition of a traditional relationship where the man leads?
I was
and
just gonna
Probably.
say she found a traditional man who was like, listen, this is what you used to do, but I'm gonna show you a better life. We're gonna get you turned around. And I
Yeah.
want to build this life with you.
Yeah.
That is what it means to be a traditional man. And
Right.
like, I'm not saying like you gotta do it with, a corn star or whatever. There are still traditional women out there, but in order to have a traditional relationship, you gotta be if you're the man, you have to be the leader, right? That's what traditionalism is, according to everyone who talks about traditionalism. So it seems like she found someone who really showed her guidance that she didn't have before.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not-
you
Right.
can be a woman with a strong personality and still have your
Mhm.
man lead you. Like, it doesn't mean you cease to exist. Your personality goes
Yeah.
away. You become like just with no agency.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
dead from the neck up. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I have so many
next
thoughts about this because
thing.
I was homeschooled and I saw so many people come out of homeschooling like this and just go buck wild. And I never really figured out why I didn't, except that I pretty much had my head on straight my entire life. I knew exactly what I wanted to, like, I wanted to pursue the truth. I wanted to make sure that I was always trying to figure it out no matter what I did. Made plenty of mistakes, but I never went like this direction. But I saw it so much. I feel like even if it is a publicity stunt, I think it's great because I feel like there are lots of other OnlyFans stars who might be like, hey, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. I'm letting my dad down. Let's be real. I'm really disappointing my father right
I'm
now.
just skeptical about everybody.
I
Everything.
am
I'm
too.
like, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying.
But I think even if she is lying,
a
you
lot
know,
of
I feel
girls
like-
who do OnlyFans don't actually do corn. A lot of them do like the majority that I personally know do like lewds and like just sexy little cartoon
Bing, bing, bing.
characters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Bisconti on my OnlyFans.
Mhm.
It's a very mild OnlyFans.
I would watch
but-
it, but just as a friend.
Right.
I would
It-
support
it-
it.
Listen,
You could cook on OnlyFans if you wanted. You could do anything on there.
you could literally sit
Yeah.
there in a nun costume and make raviolis. And
You
like
truly could, and I think I will start. Actually, that sounds quite enticing. No,
that was the first thing I
right.
did actually on my OnlyFans. Like it was a whole joke when I first started.
Right.
I
I
don't-
would-
But I feel like regardless if you're shoving like a 13-inch giant vegetable up your hoo-ha, I still think that could be your prerogative and that's what you want to do. Like I feel like my mind really got changed when I went on the wet spot and we met our new friend and we saw a bunch of stuff and that she likes to put in her butt and I really enjoyed talking to her and she was really sweet.
Don't
and
call
I
black
had a
men
genuine
stuff.
good interaction with her and she felt like a genuine good person. So
right, of course, people.
Yeah.
You can't. It's how you grew up. It's how you. It's whomever you
Yeah.
are. Like my parents have no issue with me. I'm a comedian first, and a
Yes.
streamer, I suppose. But like Chrissy always said, my OnlyFans is basically just an accessory to my comedy. I always put it like, if you want to see something a touch sexier than you see on Instagram, it's just something I did. Will I walk down the aisle with an OnlyFans? Probably not. But I don't care how far you're going on it or how not far you are.
Yeah.
It's a woman's prerogative to do that if they want
If you
to.
want to dress as sexy Courage the Cowardly Dog like myself, you are
Yeah.
free to do that.
And
Jalissa,
I am
makes
now
you think-
subscribing to your OnlyFans because that sounds quite enticing. And that was my
Jalissa, what makes you
favorite girl.
think that this
I literally
girl
look
is
at
lying?
every one of my favorite cartoon characters and like, how can I make this sexy?
Exactly. It's like
You said-
free money. People, it's so true. It's like, I don't know. It just.
Because
I
Jalissa,
don't-
your
Lisa?
point of view represents a lot of people in the chat, and a lot of people are probably watching this going, "Yeah, right. She's a good
Yeah.
talker. She knows what'll get her clicks. She
Yeah.
knew how to get to the tippy top 0.01% of OnlyFans. She
Yeah.
could probably get to the top of point whatever of any field. So what
She's
is sticking
smart.
out to you?"
So
She's
I,
incredible.
well,
Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, obviously, people do things for whatever reason. I recently saw a guy who said he got these fake veneers and he dragged it on for like the longest time, and then finally was like, "Oh, just kidding, y'all." So I don't know. I'm skeptical of every body online, everything, everywhere. But if this is true, then it would, kind of the argument falling apart of, if you do these kind of things, you'll never find a man. Nobody will ever want you. That's not true.
Felty
So-
made a good point
Yeah.
in the chat. She knows where trends are going. She is following Kat Von D's footsteps.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
And that's something that's
Good point.
maybe onto something there. But either
Yeah.
way, let's say she is grifting, right? Let's say she is grifting. Let's say that or maybe she's just doing it because she fell in love with a guy and he's encouraging her to do it. If this lasts into a lifelong thing and it actually helps her find happiness,
That's great.
and she actually does, build happiness and build a community and find support that she's always needed, then that's a good thing. That's what
Mhm.
should matter at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are mad at her about it. I'm like,
People are
what
so
do you want her to do? What do you want her to
weird.
do? You want her to keep
Yeah.
doing it? You want her to not do it? Like,
Keep
what?
putting cucumbers up the butt. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I just know that if she also just came out and said, and now these are my tour dates for my comedy shows, she would sell out every room and
Yeah.
everyone would come see her. And that is the only thing I am slightly pissed off about. So again, if anyone could just drag me online, start a fight with me, call me names.
What do you want me to say?
something
I got you. I
get me
got you.
trending.
You're just too likable, Lila. It's
That's the
nobody
biggest
will.
problem. Agreed.
But my
So-
favorite part about this whole thing, Chrissy, is she talks when she and I watched the whole 5 minutes before, and she talks about how she's like, I was in the 0.1%, and that is very difficult to do. And
It
I was
is.
like, oh, it is, but it's like
Yeah.
it is
hard
kind of
work.
funny that she's still very proud of it. So it's like there's something interesting about
I mean,
that,
hey
you know?
man, I'm in the 0.1% now, and it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to get there. So
Well, we're proud of
That's
you.
hard work.
thank you. A sexy Courage the Cowardly Dog only can get me so far.
I'm literally going to subscribe now. I have to see that. That
Yeah.
sounds so enticing.
So
Right?
I've
Good for
tried
you.
to find Nala's Instagram, and I found it. I'm not going to bring up anything untoward, but this is when you search for this chick's name in OnlyFans, she's either disabled it or because now she's got just a picture of a sunset and her with a dog.
Wow.
So-
You can't have a
Oh.
dog on there. Remember when I tried to make my
Oh.
profile picture a dog? I didn't
Yeah.
realize. I just thought it was a cute picture. That's not right.
So maybe she truly has disabled her
Wait.
page.
Did your picture of your dog get taken down? Is it like it was like a hinting of bestiality or something? Like
Oh, when I first subscribed to OnlyFans and tried to make my profile, I'm like, I'll just pick a picture. I picked just a selfie of me and my dog. And they were like, I'm like, why won't it go through? They're like, no animal content whatsoever. And I went,
Okay.
that does make sense.
That makes sense.
Yes. So that's odd that she, all right, I guess they've changed the rules on OnlyFans. I don't know. But
Maybe it's because she's such a big creator. I don't know.
yeah, possibly. Right.
bend the
I
rules
mean,
for you.
OnlyFans originally wasn't supposed to be like a corn site. It was supposed to be for people starting podcasts. It was supposed to be like a new Patreon.
Like a
But it's-
Patreon, right?
Yeah, but Patreon doesn't allow nudity. OnlyFans does. And at one
Mm.
point, OnlyFans wanted to remove nudity.
Mhm.
But the thing is, they quickly were like, we're not going to do this because they make too much money off of it. So it's a corn site. Let's be honest.
Julissa,
Like,
I know you have
for
to
the most
bounce.
part, yeah, right.
I know
Yeah.
Julissa has to bounce.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on this chick giving up her OnlyFans 1%ing life to follow Christ or to be an honest woman?
I'm at a point in life where I really think people should just do what's best for them and what comes naturally to them, because we are not all the same and we will never be the same. And so everybody's living different lives, and these giant platforms that are like, if you don't do it like this, then your life is wrong. That's no. And that's why I want a live debate. Pearl, Myron, I will get on and go in. If you see the interview that he did with Brittany Renner, that one was really good. I don't know if y'all seen that one, but she asked
Oh
him,
no, I haven't.
she's like, what makes you so special? And he just like, freezes up
Oh
because
my.
he's like going in on her. And she's like, you talking about me being with all these dudes. What makes you so special? He's like, he's like, oh, I never said I was. And then so it gets all awkward and weird. And so, I
Amazing.
I'm all for people having the beliefs that they do. Like, there's a reason why you believe those things. Like, believe it, but also know that everyone's not like you too. So
We're all
Wanna be
shades
on-
of gray.
just
Yeah.
do what you like. You do what you like. I don't know. Do what you want to do.
I love that. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all.
Wow.
You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.